Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lance from NerfThis.TV. Today I'm going to attempt to give a little overview of a game I've been playing quite a bit lately called Fortnite. It's just come out in early access and it's a pay-to-play type of game. There's the various founder packs obviously. The game itself is a third-person shooter, but it's very team-based, so there are different aspects. Let me see if I can go through each aspect. So obviously you have quests. So you have a whole lot of quests that you go through, and they are various: do this mission, kill this, play as. So yeah, because you've got different classes as well. I'll speak more about that in a minute. So you've got to play as a soldier, and I've got to kill 100 husks using an assault rifle. You've got to play as a constructor in a 3+ zone. Actually, I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah, obviously not. Evolve weapons, evolve heroes, tutorial quests, upgrade survivors, get daily quests, destroy power transformers, and you get the founders coins, which are only going to last during the whole sort of early access, the way I understand it. And then you get your V-Bucks, and your V-Bucks is your in-game currency. You can top it up with real money. That's the only sort of pay aspect of it. And all it really does is allow you to buy loot ramas, which I'll go into now as well. Let me get back to where I was. Where was I? Quests. Okay, now you have heroes. You get heroes. Heroes are basically your classes. And you start off with a whole bunch of them. You get cards, which are basically different characters in that. You get 4 main classes, which is a soldier, a constructor, a ninja, and what is the other one? Outlander. That's it, Outlander. And they have basic sets of skills, but within that class you get different types of them. So, and their skills change somewhat. So over here, let's look at this guy. He's a soldier class, but you'll see his skills that he gets as he levels up are different. So going commander is like use a Gatling gun. When he reaches star level 2, he gets a frag grenade and the shockwave. They like jump and they go and do damage. You get squad bonuses, which are when you slot heroes into this section here with the different squad. So you've got your main hero. This is what you're actually playing when you go into a game. And then you've got your bonuses, which you just slot other heroes. Obviously, the higher the better. And you get different bonuses for them. Like the squad bonus here is ammo recovery. So if I'm using an assault weapon, I can get some of my ammo back. This is an Outlander, so I get to work faster. My tool does more damage for your resource gathering side of things. And over here you have mission defenders. These are non-playable. You can't play them yourself, but you use them. You can use them for defending. There's certain missions where you've got to defend your home base and that type of thing, and you can actually deploy these out, and they can help you in case you haven't managed to get another 3 players to come help you. Okay, so the hero itself, like here I've got a ninja, and you see it's got 2 stars there. So basically what happens is you level up your hero. So you get this XP, which you get during the missions and that type of thing. You get these cards. You get llamas for finishing missions, that type of thing. And then these llamas will give you this type of thing. Some missions will give you the XP for your heroes and that type of thing. And then you level them up. And they get different abilities as you level them up. See, 12, 14, 18. Star level is basically this level here. So every 10 levels, you get to evolve them. See, I'm actually waiting to unlock the ability to actually evolve this one. I've got all the necessary stuff that I need, but obviously it's not unlocked yet, so I can't evolve it to star level 3, which is basically, I can then level it from 20 to 30 and get that smoke bomb, a new ability. But within the ninjas, let's have a look at other heroes. Okay, so let's have it. I don't have a lot of ninjas. I've actually just managed to delete one of my epic ninjas by mistake, which we won't speak about ever. Anyway, so these are all ninjas, but they're different types of ninjas. So this is the one I'm playing, and I've got another one which has got the same abilities and that. But you got this ninja over here, and you see his abilities are different. So he gets Dragon Slash right up front, whereas you don't. You get reduced fall damage. You get Mantis Leap. This one also gets Mantis Leap. So some of the abilities, but you get them at different times, and you get other abilities. Let's see, Shadow Starts. I don't know if this one gets Shadow Starts. Do they? No. So you get this Dragon Slash as well, which is quite cool. What do they get? They get Throwing Stars. Yeah. That's a shot of the Dragon. Dragon Slash and Slash now activate. Oh, they get this Slash, okay. Whereas you get this reduced damage, and then Mantis Leaf, they all seem to get that at some point. And then I get Dragon Slash, but I get it later on. And you get easier swords. Basically, all your sword skills are better. Then you get another, also a ninja, but they'll have, see, Rain of Death. Now that ability is unique to this particular type of ninja. So although you've only got the 4 classes, you get sort of subclasses within those, which adds a bit of diversity to it. It's quite nice. You don't, I mean, these abilities aren't game defining, so you use them, but they're, it's all about the weapons at the end of the day. You want weapons. Outlanders, different types. Obviously, they're better at collecting stuff, and they also get to drop loot llamas, or this particular one does, which everybody can then bash on, and they get resources. They get, okay, this is Teddy. This is a big nasty robot with Gatling guns that you get to drop for a few seconds, 15 seconds to be exact, and you get 2 of them. But you've got to collect resources to be able to use that. And again, all of their loot is really, their abilities are around collecting resources and speeding that up, making it better, helping your team, all that type of thing. And again, you get different subclasses. So that's the basics of it. So you get the 4 classes. The Constructor is really the only one that I haven't played a hell of a lot. Let's see, I've got one on a mission here. They're the base builders. So they also get more, they seem to be a whole of a lot more tanky as well. Kinetic overload, so they get to use hammers. They get this ability where they drop like a turret. I suppose it's a turret in the base, and it generates a force field around itself, onto the walls and that type of thing. So when you get attacked by zombies, they've obviously got additional force field to make it through as well. The base building, I suppose, is really the big thing here. It's actually very comprehensive, but very easy once you get the hang of it. Because each of the quests in that, you get to, let me have a look here, I'll show you quickly. So you've got your home base. Each zone that you go through, you get a new home base, and you've got to protect it, and you've got to enlarge the force field to make it the area that you've got around your base bigger, and your base also gets bigger as well. There's 10 different levels, as you can see up top here, that you can enlarge your base. And obviously people can come help you. You can give them access to actually mine stuff and resources, and actually help you build as well, if you trust them. Otherwise they just come in there and they help you shoot down waves and waves of zombies and that. But the different quests that you can go through, well, different scenarios, sorry. Like this one, Ride the Lightning. You've got to find this guy's pickup truck, and you basically build up around it, defend it against waves upon waves, and give him enough time to escape. What's this one? Retrieve the data. Okay, you got to protect an area while they're busy, while your computer companion, I suppose you can call it, it's like the narrator of the game, retrieves data, so you got to protect it against waves and waves of zombies. Build the radar. You got to build radar stations. The more you build, the higher your rating. It's very constructor orientated, obviously, but good fun as well. What is this? That's rescue the survivors, which is basically exactly what it sounds like. You got to go through. You got to go and find survivors and rescue them. Sometimes they're being attacked. Sometimes they want you to go and get them a health back. Sometimes they're just standing around. You just walk up to them and go, "Oi, consider yourself rescued." What was this one? You got to fight the storms where these zombies sort of spawn, I suppose, like little rift things. And you've got to go and destroy these rifts, but they're in little packs all around the map. And every one consecutive one that you destroy gets harder and harder. So it can be quite different. And what is this? Join another commander's mission, Storm the Shield. So you play this, it's basically play with others. So when some other guy is defending his shield or trying to enlarge his shield and defending his base, you can go and join him and you get bonuses for that. You can see I've actually got a quest running, which I've got to help somebody. So it's quite good to actually go and help others. When you actually get into one of these maps, one of the big things is exploration. So you get medals for exploring the whole map, 75% of the map and that type of thing. And you're gathering resources, you're finding chests hidden away, and you're just searching things and finding schematics and traps, and so that you don't have to build all the traps and that type of thing. The other aspect of this is your armory. So this is where you handle all the different sort of aspects, your resources. Like you don't really handle much of those. You just give yourself an XP boost, which you can see up here I've got running at the moment. Give your teammates an XP boost as well. This is all the survivors. You get them in your loot llamas, and you get them for missions. At the end of missions, you get a chest as well. They do different things, as you can see. They've all got different abilities and they're different levels and that type of thing. And you use them for. You've got missions. The missions almost squad missions. They almost remind me of the missions that you used to send off in WoW. And the later, when you had to go and send off 5 of your followers to go and kill some mage in a tower. That's the type of thing that they remind me of. So you use them for that type of thing. These are all your defenders. So the defenders for when you're doing your home base type of thing, you've got a set of defenders that you can load. You have to unlock the ability to load different types of defenders into that scenario. I'll show you that now. That's the skill tree. And then you've got your heroes. These are just the ones that I've kept. You can retire them. You've got to be very careful. I, by mistake, retired an Epic Ninja after I'd started upgrading her by mistake, and there's no way to get it back. I've sent messages to the guys. I haven't got any response yet, but maybe they'll build it in a later build. I mean, it is still early access. But what you can do is if you retire them, so basically you delete them, take the resources back. Whatever XP you've spent on them to level them up will get refunded to you, and simply by retiring you'll get XP and you'll get training manuals, which you can then use to level others up. Obviously this is one of the ninjas that I got right in the beginning of the game. These obviously are higher level, the epic ones. And then you get legendary. I don't have any legendary heroes. But you can level them up. You can everything you can actually retire. So you got to be very careful. So you can go to the defenders. and say, okay, well, this guy, this chick, she's level 1, she's useless, retire. Now you've got to be very careful. Okay, you can't retire her, because whatever item you had selected at the time will still remain selected. And if you just happen to be working on, say, one of your epic, it'll be selected. And if you hit retire, you're going to delete that one as well. It'll ask you, but I mean, when you're retiring 10, 20, it's you're not going to look. So you've got to make sure you go and retire that, and I get some XP back, which I can then go and use on others. Boom, retired. If you do more than one, they'll actually ask you, are you sure? Double check. That's all I can say. Double check. Okay, schematics. This is all your weapons. This is the good stuff. This is I've managed to get out of loot crates and that type of thing quite a few. This is all your traps and your weapons and I've got some sniper rifles, legendary. And you can level them up. See, I'm waiting for the right ability to evolve. Actually, now I've got that ability. I need more of these raindrops here. I need another 5 before I can evolve it. And it goes to the next star level. Swords, handguns, you get this handgun with some of the founders packs. And yeah, these are traps. They do different things, different weapons. How you've got automatic shotguns which level, there's one of them. It's awesome. And these are schematics, so these you get to level up, and then you get to actually create them in game, because they've got durability and they wear out. I think it was put in place to actually stop high level characters giving legendary super powered weapons to low level characters and just letting them boost themselves all the way to infinity, because they can't remake them, so they can use it, but it's not going to last very long. Anyway, so you get to make these, but you level up the schematics. So, this is now level 58, but you'll see my character in the inventory, if I go into game, is actually still carrying the last one I made, which I think was level 48 or something. So you've got to keep remaking them. As you level them up, you make yourself a new one that you can use in game, because obviously then you get the benefits of the higher DPS and all that lovely stuff. You get swords and bats, and I mean, how's this for a legendary baseball bat? It's got horns. You gotta love anything with horns. I mean, really. I don't use it, but yeah, it's cool. So this is where you'll go to do a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into some of this other stuff. I'm not in this what's the name, because you've got collections that you can create, but there's a whole another side to that. So it can get very in depth, which is nice, because it's sort of little side games that you can carry on with the whole time. But it doesn't need to be. You can just go and kill stuff, go and play missions, and level your character up. This is quite a main thing as well. You've got a skill tier tree which uses these little points as skill points. Now those skill points you get pretty much every mission that you finish. You get 1 or 2 of them in the later stages. And then you have to go in these skill trees, which are they look very, oh my god, what am I doing? But I mean, it gives you a fairly good description, and basically they improve everything. So down here is the ninja. This is the outlander. This is just your general. You've got your constructor and your soldier. And you can level up different things according to them. But in between it, you'll see there's things to expand your inventory and expand your shield inventory, like over there. See, your storm shield storage. Because you can go and store stuff at your home base, which is your storm shield, and use it later when you need to defend your storm shield. Resources, for building and that type of thing. So these skill trees, they get, I mean, this is the next one that I'm on at the moment, and it gets even more complex and more big. But I mean, it's just, see over here, which is the next thing. I want to actually do this. The next thing is to expand my backpack size, because you're always running out of space. And then I can evolve shotguns to 3 stars. It's not just unlock the ability to evolve, sniper rifles. And then towards the end of the shield, you get the ability to evolve your, in this case, ninja to 3 stars, which my ninja's busy waiting for. I mean, I haven't even started looking at these. So it's a very in-depth game. There's a lot that you can skill up and a lot you can do and you can decide on and the way you want to play. And then you've also got these. And you've got research points. You see over this little meter down here. It researches while you're offline, while you're online. It doesn't matter. It does, in this case, I've upgraded it already, so it does 108 an hour points that it generates. And then you collect them and you store them up here. I need for my next tier, I haven't finished that one, but I do want to go over here to start upgrading my backspace over here. So I've got this, which actually increases your research points. So my next one will either be here or here so that I can unlock those. And it's 1,600, so I need to get 1,600. It's slow, but it's steady. There's nothing you really need to do, and you can unlock some nice abilities, more slots for your squads and all that type of thing. Again, all four. I think this, out of most things, will take the longest because of the research points time that it takes. The skill tree, I mean, you get points every single game, so you can pretty much unlock 2-3 abilities in a day, depending on how much you play. And it doesn't cost you any money or anything like that. The only thing that does cost money is loot llamas. Loot llamas either cost V-Bucks, which you get through the game. You'll see there's a lot of quests. See, like this one here, I get 100 V-Bucks on the skill point. So you can continually, you can go and buy them, but who wants to spend that money? You can just unlock them as you go along, and then these are special event ones. As I said, I think they're only available during the early access period. And this is like a special one that changes. You see, it's got a time limit, and you can only buy 4, but they're a lot more expensive. This one is a weapon llama. Like I said, it'll only give you weapons of any description. But as with most chests, it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get. You might get lucky. Sometimes you hit these guys and they upgrade. So instead of just bursting first round, it turns to a silver one, and then you can hit it again and it'll either burst or it could upgrade to a gold, in which case you'll get something legendary. So it's quite a fun little system. And who doesn't like beating on llamas? I mean, really. And then you've got the store, obviously, where you can upgrade your Founders Edition and spend large quantities of money on V-Bucks. I think I'm going to leave this here. I've actually rambled on like an old guy for a while. I actually need to take a drink. And I will catch you on the next one, and when we'll actually play a little bit and maybe try and get you a better idea of the game if you don't already know about it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next round.